Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It's a very good question. How can we trust the reliability of what's narrated to us about what took place on the plains of Karbala on the 10th of Muharram? There's no doubt that if you break the word history into two, it becomes his story. And everybody will look at a certain part of history in their own way, whether they're affected by society or they're affected by their own political opinions. Can we ever recreate or can we ever reconstruct exactly what took place on the 10th of Muharram? I think that's virtually impossible. And I think anyone who even attempts to do so will even admit that this is as best an effort as they could possibly come up with. But the reality is, at the same time, there were those who survived the events of the 10th of Muharram to live to tell the tale of the tragedy and the oppression that took place. First and foremost, Imam Zayn al-Abidin alayhi salam lived after the 10th of Muharram for over 30 years. And he was able to narrate to us what exactly took place. Likewise, Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam, who was only 3.5 years of age on the plains of Karbala, was able to tell us what took place on the 10th of Muharram. Likewise, Sayyidah Zainab alayhi salam, who lived for a couple of years after the events of the 10th of Muharram. She could tell us about Karbala. She could tell us about Kufa. She could tell us about Sham. Likewise, Imam al-Hasan alayhi salam, according to some narrations, had 3 sons who survived Karbala. And one of them, Hasan al-Muthanna, would be able to tell us what took place. Likewise, there were certain companions of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, such as Dhahak bin Abdullah, who may not be the best example of loyalty to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, but certainly lived after Karbala and after what took place in Kufa and Sham. There were also ladies such as Rabab or such as Daylam, who were able to remain alive and tell us what took place at Karbala. There were journalists such as Hamid bin Muslim, who was able to narrate to us what took place at Karbala. Likewise, Mukhtar al-Thaqafi, when he caught those who oppressed and killed and butchered the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa and their companions, he was able to get out of them statements about what took place. The likes of Umar bin Sa'ad, Ubaidullah bin Ziyad, Harmala bin Kahil, Shimr bin al-Jawshan were all captured 5 years after Karbala and were executed. And they were able to say parts of what took place. Likewise, the Imams of Ahlul Bayt, salawatullah wa salamu alayhim, were able to tell us about what took place at Karbala in their own way, in their traditions, in their ziyarat as well. Therefore, there are many routes in which we're able to know some of what took place at Karbala. And maybe it's a blessing that we don't know about everything that took place, for some of us may not be able to take it. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.